segment with Gerald Celente. I'll try to cram in some of your calls, and regardless, I'll get to everybody. Later in the transmission, we're going back to Bilderberg Group to cover what's happening there in Switzerland. We've gotten the big inside scoop on what's going on. Again, I want to encourage everybody to support the alternative media and support themselves. Support those that tell the truth. That's voting with your dollars to build the liberty movement against tyranny. And one of the great outposts of truth in the system of lies is the Trends Research Journal, trendsresearch.com, with founder Gerald Celente. Find out about it at trendsresearch.com. I want to just jam in one final phone call here for now with Gerald, or maybe two, but quick questions. Tim in Washington, you're on the air with Gerald Celente.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How's it going today?
Good.
I was kind of curious. I've been doing some research in history, and it comes to find out that these bankers have amassed a mercenary army to imprison the population. Is there a way to reverse that by amassing our own mercenary army to imprison them?
Well, that's why they want a global private corporate system that is above the law. Gerald, your view on that?
No, we're not. We can't meet violence with violence. It has to be an intellectual revolution. You know, one of the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. And again, we could outflank them. They're very easily defeated. As I said, I really believe a solution is direct democracy. Let the people vote. Let the people vote. This is America. I don't need Pelosi. I don't need Bonner. I don't need any of them telling me what I should think or what I should believe.
And you notice...
I've had it. We could make it happen, Alex. We could do it through the Internet. It's journalism 2.0. It's democracy 2.0. Let the people vote.
Well, going back to something you just mentioned, the Pentagon for at least 2 decades has said that 90% of their operations are psychological, and they admit they do it against the American people, where people will just slit their wrist if they're told it's for the military. But then when the military's being hurt by the bankers, people say, well, that's fine because the TV didn't tell me that was a problem. But nine times out of 10, it is psychological. That's why they try to dumb us down. If we rise above and become aware of what they've done and wake up to the false narratives they've given us, we can defeat these people. They're a paper tiger.
Exactly, and I've been there. I used to work in the New York State Senate. I worked in Washington, D.C. I know what it looks like. They're nothing. They're a bunch of wieners. Capiche? How much more do you have to know? Look at this guy. There are 500 and something of him. They're all alike with the exception of a few, like a Ron Paul, a few men out there. The rest are wieners. And I'd also like to say this, Alex, that this is a very crucial time. If we don't act now, we're lost. So everybody should stand up, speak out, expose the hypocrites for who they are.
God bless you. Great job. The Bilderberg protest, people all over Europe converging this next Saturday in 3 days at high noon. So we got 3 days to get this going, ladies and gentlemen. They're in Switzerland. Go there. The Swiss people, go there and let the criminals know you're aware of them. Contact the media, demand they cover it, identify the criminals that have engineered this are meeting there. We now have learned a large part of their agenda. That'll be breaking soon at Infowars.com with Kurt Nimmo in a written article. Hopefully it'll be up at Drudge. We just had fragmentary reports so far because we've been collating audio, video, and still shots up at the site, and the exclusive live video and photos from Bilderberg, continually updated section at Infowars.com. Gerald Celente, we'll talk to you again very soon, and I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday night in New York.
All right, great.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to have dinner, Ted Anderson, myself, and him after I give the speech. I'm flying back Sunday, right? Not Saturday night. I think I am flying back Sunday morning because I usually just go into New York, boom, get out. And I thought, well, why not maybe go to the museum or something after I give the speech? I won't be hanging around. I know that. Sean Hannity might try to get me. I'm joking. At the event at Talkers 2011. I have done 2 hours and 28 minutes here, and I've just barely mentioned that if you want to support what we're doing, buy the books, buy the videos, buy the tapes. We got a special running right now. Endgame $9.95 covers the Bilderberg whole agenda, the world government plan. The film's 3.5 years old, and it's more powerful today because people watch it and go, wow, did you just make this week? Everything you said was going to happen happened. Okay, it just in-game blueprint for global enslavement, Invisible Empire, New World Order Defined, great, one of our newest films, all available at Infowars.com, prisonplanet.tv, streaming, archive of the show, all the videos, the higher quality podcast, 15 cents a day if you're not a member. This is the Media 2.0. This is the next wave, next generation system we've built here, and we've done it with your support, prisonplanet.tv, and most importantly, don't forget, Midas Resources, the trusted name in precious metals with incredible specials, funded this Bilderberg coverage. Call, check out some of their specials, 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Monday through Friday, we're here live from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're getting lined up from Bilderberg 2011. Aaron Dykes and Paul Watson coming up here, hopefully in a few minutes. We had them online, but it dropped. Skype's having issues. I may just dispatch them back up to the hotel. We can just do it from the mountaintop. That obviously had better internet. Of course, the globalists have the best internet. We're down the hill, little slaves below them, in one of the cheaper hotels. It's only 300 euros a night. So we're going to be talking to them very soon. A lot of other important breaking news. We're going to try to make history together here with this big demonstration against Bilderberg Group and their tyranny and their forced austerity. People all over Europe are getting angry and demonstrating. The enemy, the people that did all this, the people that need to be exposed in the info war peacefully, are the Bilderberg Group. And we're going to have our reporters there covering it. We need media there. This Saturday, high noon, St. Moritz, there in Switzerland. Get there if you're in Spain, if you're in France, if you're in Switzerland especially, if you're in the Netherlands, if you're in Italy, who's right there. It's right by Italy. If you're in Austria, right there. Get in there. Get over there. You don't have any excuse. This Saturday, high noon, I'm calling for it, okay? And we'll be here covering it. We'll have live feeds at Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com. But on our end, as I said, this costs money, and Ted Anderson of Midas Resources financed this. And, again, he has radio specials where you can get $3 silver and 3 of my best-selling films and free shipping. So you pay for the silver dollars at an incredibly low price. You can call them. It varies depending on the market. It actually doesn't vary. He changes it every week or so if silver goes up or down. But they got super good deals on that. $3 silver, and you get 3 of my films free and free shipping. I mean, nobody can top that. And I know Ted has no markup on that deal. It's a lost leader. But that's what he wants pitched for his sponsorship of this. So 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. If you want to call Midas Resources, they've got other radio specials. All their deals are very competitive, many of them smoking. But the radio specials, they have a whole list of them. And the brokers are there, 30-plus of them. I guess it's upwards of 50 now, with the sheet of the specials, and it's boom. No haggle. This is the deal you want. Boom. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Now, let me compose myself before we go to the guys and really focus on all the incredible information that we've just learned. But I want to add one caveat. Obviously, I'll do 15, 20 minutes of overdrive. And some station managers have said, well, that's fine that you do overdrive. We understand that. We really pioneered that, and Glenn Beck and Howard Stern have copied it, and that's wonderful. We started the 4th hour, 5 years ago. And then that's what Beck calls it, his 4th hour. That's only internet. But I said, why not just make the 4th hour on satellite now? So I did that for a few years, where it was actually on the radio, too. Stations picked it up. But now I'm getting ready to launch my new TV show that Beck's copying, which, again, I think is great. That's the most sincere form of flattery, is imitation. And so I had to cut that 4th hour, but then I get greedy wanting to fight the globalist. I'm greedy for truth. I'm like an attack dog who wants more. And so I'll do 20 minutes or so into the next hour. But when you hear the show on AM and FM, the show's over. Tune into their next great show. Wonderful. Support their sponsors. Only every once in a while do I do this overdrive. Soon when I start this TV show, I won't be able to do it anymore, so this won't be an issue anymore. But we will do about 20 minutes of overdrive into the next hour. And that way I can get into some of the other news. But we've got 23 minutes left in the official transmission. I want to just say great job to my crew here as well. You can follow everything we're doing at Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com. I can also go into overdrive and take some of the callers that are holding if you want to hold, or we'll open the phones up again then. but we have this top story, exclusive live video and photos from Bilderberg, continually updated. Then I have another report, intimidating the media. Bilderberg security sees InfoWars reporter's passport. I think I'll change that. He is an InfoWars reporter, but he's really an RT reporter, and that was the headline I wanted, but we're going to have that changed and beefed up a bit. It's just a blurb with video of it happening. Also, Bilderbergs may give green light to Mexican central banker at new IMF boss. That's big. Also, the exclusive live video photos for Bilderberg continually updated. That is so important. Also, have another link, exclusive reportage live from Switzerland on the Bilderbergs. But Kurt's got his big report coming out. I'll tell you the headline here in about 10 minutes when it goes live. But the big kahuna report, the leaked inside agenda of Bilderberg, breaking here, coming up in 10 minutes. Let's go to Paul Joseph Watson joining us from nearby the Bilderberg group meeting. He was on site earlier. He's going to go back soon. But Paul Watson, thanks for joining us.
Good to be here, Alex.
What did you see in the time after we talked earlier from on site with your live video feed from the time you left? And just break down overall what you've witnessed today and what you think the most important developments are.
What happened afterwards was basically we just hung around for a little longer. There were groups of young people actually entering the Bilderberg compound, but we guessed that it's because they lived further down in the area and they had credentials that they were wearing around their neck. They showed to the police and they were let in. Then after that, we were just talking to some more people and taking some more photographs. We left, and some ways down the road, a good probably half a mile down the road, there were more police with dogs. So it's not just around the hotel itself, they're on surrounding roads. As he stated earlier, Luke Radowski, and the video is up on Infowars.com, was asked for his passport, and they kept his passport for about half an hour before he got it back and basically told him, if you don't hand it over, we're going to arrest you. We weren't asked, we went right up to the security point where the barriers were. They didn't ask us for any ID. And at the moment, we're just getting all the high-quality photos posted on Infowars and Prison Planet.
Well, Paul, you don't know about this yet, but I've got your brother from London, Steve Watson, a master's in political science in his own right, and I point that out because he's one of the smartest people I know, along with Paul. Just great researchers. You're guys I can just call who immediately get it and already have a full spectrum understanding of what's going on. He's doing a report that'll go up on Prison Planet. We've got two big things breaking. We've got the agenda of Bilderberg from the Mole via Tucker and others. A large part of the agenda. We're trying to get an actual rundown. Sometimes Tucker's even able to get that from his Mole, but the Mole's got to sneak off site to do it. And that's another thing. You got to follow Tucker some because he's always got cars following him and spies outside his room, and he was shot at in Portugal. That was reported on by major newspapers in '99. So obviously you're going to go get the latest intel from Tucker, keep filing reports on that. We've got all of this unfolding. Feel free to do more of the upload videos that you're doing that we have a live link up on Infowars.com of throughout the evening, throughout tomorrow. It officially kicks off tomorrow. But the big news, my friend, is I'm calling for a global protest against the austerity bankers who we know are meeting. They're at this event pushing for bigger bailouts, i.e. thefts for them. We know that that is happening. We know they're there trying to start the new war in the Middle East, a wider war. We know they're pushing for internet censorship. We know their agenda now, a large portion of it. And so we're going to have a massive protest Saturday at noon in St. Moritz, Switzerland. We're calling for the Swiss to come out. The redcoats aren't coming. The banksters are coming. We're calling for peaceful demonstration. We're calling people to call the media, demand they be there, and for folks from all over Europe, instead of just protesting at police stations and being water cannoned, peacefully come here and say, there are the criminals. There are the people. A lot of Bilderberg people can't even go because there's indictments out. We'll see if Kissinger shows up. But that's the big announcement. Get it out to everybody. Everybody Twitter it, tweet it. Steve's going to have it out very soon at prisonplanet.com.
All to my room, so.
Okay, great. Aaron, you're now there on with Paul. Paul, what do you make of this announcement that we're going to have this big protest? And then talk about what you make of all this security and everything else that's happening.
20 to 25 people there at the time that